98.26 KBR2 라디오에서 교통 소식을 전합니다. 가양대교 북단 근방의 충돌 사고로 인해 강변북로의 가양대교 성산대교 구간 사이에 교통이 심하게 정체되어 있습니다. 다음은 날씨 소식입니다. 7일째 기록적인 무더위가 계속되고 있는데요. 현재 서울시 기온은 38도이며 기상청에서 오후 3시경에는 41도.
I'm from Guadalajara, Mexico. Right now I'm living in Korea. It's just home. It's basically my home. I've been here for a long time. In a way, yes, it's a sacrifice. There were obviously cultural shocks. Living with more people than you're used to. Never wear shoes in the house. The food, of course, is very different in Mexico than in Korea. Their sacrifices were just benefits to everything. But yeah, I miss my mom and my dogs. When I was a kid in Guadalajara, I would go to this cyber cafe and everyone was playing StarCraft there. I watched one of those old Pro League games, very old. I noticed they are like a million times better than me, doing stuff that I didn't know it was possible, and they were playing the game for money and prestige, and it was only in Korea apparently. We had no clue. So that's exactly when I realized I had to try my hardest here. My goal was to be a Pro League player. So I started working really hard. Eventually I got a lot better. So I contacted Artosis and he told me, you can come to Korea. And we joined a team.
You know, it was kind of a wonderful moment for Special. He was such an interesting case. Someone who lives in Guadalajara, Mexico, who just worships Korean pro gamers, studying them day and night, practicing his butt off to finally get accepted into a KESPA team, into Team 8.
I think it was my happiest day in my pro gaming life. Like when I got there, yes, I was pretty nervous because I knew no one. They speak actually no English, zero English. So it was hard to communicate.
후안 선수를 처음 봤을 때 워낙 체격이 크고 덩치가 있다 보니까 처음엔 되게 많이 무서웠습니다. 솔직히 얘기하면은 28살인 줄 알았습니다.
Maybe because he's this little Korean and I'm this massive dude, I guess.
그리 오래 걸리지 않았던 것 같아요. 한 일주일 정도 지내보니까 누구보다 순수한 선수였고 게임에 대한 열정이 굉장히 많은 선수인 거를 바로 알 수 있었습니다.
As the weeks passed and the months, I had a bunch of problems because I was winning no games. I was actually just complete trash. I was getting good practice. I was doing everything they did. You know, I know I'm not the most skilled player, but I work very hard. Why I'm losing these matches? So I started questioning myself, but I was just not good enough for Pro League, I think. So it was a little frustrating, but I knew it was true. I think they respected at least that I tried my best, but I was just not good enough. This was when they got the new sponsor and they wanted to cut some players. I was one of those.
Unfortunately for Major, he could not handle the early
Yeah,
pressure. And
I remember the day I left, I was crying. I was very sad. So they were comforted. So that's when I went home, and because my dream was to be a Pro League player. Yeah, the chances got. Well, when I get home, I was just like floundering around, like playing sometimes, not going to tournaments. Watching them play on TV just felt like this could have been me. It was just not the same. What's the point of just keep playing to play? Used to be one of the rest. I don't want to be one of the rest. I was very inconsistent. I was not enjoying playing from my home anymore. So I knew I needed something to change. I remember Jake told me we're gonna open a house, and I thought about it for a long time. And I knew the only way to get better is to be in Korea. I decided to go to the team house.
The first time I met Juan, he expressed interest in coming to the team house in Korea. Our team house it's an open environment for anyone who truly wants to put in their 100% into the game.
I wasn't expecting a KESPA team house, obviously, because I knew that was not going to happen with a bunch of foreigners or whoever was going to live there. I thought that if I took what I learned to Korea, again, applying my knowledge to Europe again will help me.
He's put in probably, on average, every day 12 hours. No one makes him practice 12 hours a day. That is his own dedication. He's the only one who sticks to a KESPA regimen now. And there's, Koreans from Kespa teams that don't do it.
I think the reason why I got a lot better when I moved to this team house is because all those years that I've been wandering around, I've been getting this anger from thinking back to the day that I could have done better. So I wanted to prove myself.
At least he got to play in Pro League. He got the shot.
It was like a revenge, I knew like if I had more time, I could have done better. So I started working really hard. I started to practice with my friends, play ladder, started to do good. And I think I kind of proved my point. Like, just look at me. Back 2 years ago, I was just like a normal player. Now if you look at me, I'm a well-established player.
노력하고 항상 발전하기 위해서 끊임없이 고민하는 선수인 거를 제가 알기 때문에 충분히 2018 블리즈컨에서 우승할 수 있을 거라고 장담할 수 있습니다.
Under the right circumstances, yes, I could win this game. I always dream of winning. I just think like winning and lifting the trophy and get my big paycheck. I am living my dream, yes. I think I'm living my dream. I don't think there's a better job than this for me. It's mostly passion and trying to achieve something great. My name is Juan Carlos Tena Lopez, and I'm a StarCraft 2 pro gamer.